Today, we are interviewing Josh Hurst with Hurst Digital. When COVID struck, his clients put production on hold. But Josh, who thinks fast on his feet, decided to pursue an idea he'd had for quite a while: shot socks. It's a handy solution for people who drink and wear socks. This is going to be fun. Welcome, Josh. Nice to have you.
Thank you, Patty. Lovely to be here.
This is a very fun story, shot socks. Can you tell us how it all came about?
We've been working with multiple big league teams like the Rangers and the Mavericks and guys like that for years. So we had really nice ticket hookups. So one day I was taking a few friends to a game, and as I was leaving, I was complaining to my wife about the price of beer. It is what it is. So she's like, "Oh, you got all those little airplane bottles on top of the fridge. They've been there forever." I was like, "Oh, there's an idea." I was like, "I'll throw a couple on my socks." Boom. So we go to the game, and I've got like 8 friends with me, and I completely forgot that these were in my socks. So I crossed my legs, and I'm like, "Oh, looky there. I got some shots in my socks." So the guys thought it was hilarious, came home, told my wife how funny it was. And then I kind of put that concept to rest, if you will. And then COVID came around. Well, right as COVID landed, we're working with Studio Movie Grill, Synergy, Texas Rangers, Mavericks, Samsung. All of our clients are forward facing, and every one of them requires an audience. 90% of our business just stopped. So I've still got a team. You know, we've got cameras, we've got everything here to produce, but we don't have anything to produce. And my creative wheels are just spinning out of control, going, we got to do something. And I'll be honest, my wife was like, "What about that sock idea you had?" And I'm like, the shot socks? She goes, "Why not?" And I'm like, "Well, there might be something there." So I called my lawyer, and I was like, is this something we can pursue? And he's like, "Why not file a trademark and a process patent and see if there's something there?" We did it. Nobody had ever really done pockets and socks in general. So we're like, "Oh my gosh, we can do this."
How did you get the socks produced and manufactured?
I was looking at trying to produce the socks in the US, and I just couldn't get it done. I mean, there's so many different ways to produce clothing, but making socks, there's some magic to it. And the kicker is, I was almost going to give up, and one of my clients called me up, and I'd worked with him for years. He owns a company that makes the Wise Lift chair, the chair that sits you up and lays you down. So I'd been making his as for TV commercials for years, and he calls me up asking, got a new product, got to do this. And I asked my friend, I said, "Hey, listen, don't you do some stuff in China?" He's like, "Oh yeah." I said, "Can you make socks?" So a 15-year client of mine, he's like, "I got you, man." And within a month and a half, we had samples arriving from China, and they were phenomenal.
You must have had a marketing strategy. How did you implement it? And did it follow how you thought it would go?
This is going to sound really funny. I have always been obsessed with the Dollar Shave Club commercials. And I went to Arts Magnet for high school, Booker T. Washington here in Dallas. And my best friend is a comedian. And I decided to make it as tongue-in-cheek as absolutely possible. We were going to make our own commercials from a grassroots, push it out that way. We weren't going to do paid media. I just wanted to see, 1, if we had a market, 2, if there was an audience, and 3, if we could actually sell some shot socks. And the coolest thing is we wrote the scripts, but George, being a stand-up comedian, he literally took everything and just ran with it as soon as the cameras were rolling. So it was very, very organic in nature, and having a stand-up comedian, help me produce the spots. There's a lot to that took pressure off my shoulders. And the cool thing is we've got 8 commercials that we haven't even released yet.
And what happened?
I'm in the studio every morning. Instead of making commercials and everything else we do, I'm shoving socks in boxes, 3 orders, 12 orders, 10 orders. It really worked. So November and Christmas, we were just selling shot socks like absolute. It was just out of control. And that's when we decided, let's not do this anymore. Let's go retail. And that's when the game changed.
You marketed to liquor stores and where else?
We reached out to a couple of distribution companies, and we got international distribution on the liquor side through Specs, ABC Liquor, Total Wine, Spencer's. I mean, there's a whole list of stores. There's about 25 stores that through 2021 and 2022 will start carrying shot socks.
Are you going to expand? Are there different kinds of socks or different kinds of products, or what?
So what we decided is, with the shot sock, we own this bad boy. So it's got the stitch down the middle that lets you hold your shots. Super, super simple. We also figured after that, let's become our own competition. So we developed the stash sock, and now we've got a secondary line that's going through all the dispensaries throughout the US. It's 80% hemp, 20% polyester. It stashes your stuff. So we own shot socks, stash socks, and we got national distribution on both.
As the stash socks is for your stash.
So I'll be honest with you, the commercials actually show your key fob, money, lipstick, tampon. I mean, it can stash a lot of different things.
What is next?
We're talking to 7-Eleven next week. We've got multiple deals on the table, and I'm learning, making this up as I go.
That's the joy of being an entrepreneur.
Absolutely, no question, no question. So we don't know what the future looks like, but I'll tell you this, we are having a blast. I mean, the company's picking up, you know, we're coming back where we're supposed to be, and
right.
The side hustle has now turned into something far, far away from a side hustle. But yeah, we're all just kind of, you know, we're ready to make some more sock commercials.
Well, Josh, you are an amazing entrepreneur. I have benefited from your help. You helped me get AdChat going, and I think you've done a great job with this, and good luck with like balancing both sides of this equation in retail and in production. And thanks for the interview.
Oh, thank you so much for taking the time, and hey, go buy some shot socks.
I will.